Do I look good? I kind of feel like story times are gonna become my niche because I really be messing with them. So I think I'm gonna keep it up. As you can tell by the title, this is my story time on how I met the, I'm about to say king because my boyfriend be saying like the king of pop, but how I met the Lil Nas X. Shut up. It's a whole story. Before I get into this video, but if you guys can do me this favor, make sure you subscribe, make sure you leave a like on this video, and make sure you leave a comment on how you feel about the story time, anything you want to know, and also turn on the post notifications so you know every time I post. So this was back in like, I think 2022. This is around the time where he went on his tour for Montero. My boyfriend is a really big fan of Lil Nas X. Like, he's an extreme fan of Lil Nas X. This was around like March. I'm gonna take you on the whole storyline. My boyfriend sent me that Lil Nas X was going on tour and how he wanted to go, and he made it his mission to tell me that I was gonna buy those tickets. And as he should. Around the time I had both the tickets for him, we was going to see Lil Nas X. I was like, okay, blah, blah, blah. The tour wasn't until September. We bought the tickets in March. Fast forward all the way into September, like around September. So my boyfriend, he's an Aquarius. And if you know Aquarius men, they are very picky. They're very stubborn. They know what they want and they don't like to wait.
Clock that T. Clock that T.
That's what I realized. I don't know if that's a whole thing on Aquarius men or Aquarius in general, but that's what it is. I had got him the seats that were at the top. It was like at the top, like on the balcony seats, if you get what I'm saying. So we had one of those seats, and at first he was satisfied with it, but then once we got closer to the tour, he was like, change the tickets now. Like, he was not with it. So I was like, okay. Mind you, the first time I bought the tickets, those tickets for 2 people, they were cheap to me. They were like 3 something. But when you're buying more and more tickets, that's like accumulating. I bought him seats that were like not in front of the stage, but it was the row that was before pit. So this is pit, and then this is the row that's before pit. I was like, you know, this is kind of good. Like, we still in the front. So that's $600. Mind you, the 2 other tickets, I had a pending refund. So it's not guaranteed. If you've ever been to a concert, it's not guaranteed that you're going to get that refund back. The day of the concert, he was seeing like other people's videos on Twitter and stuff like that. And he was like, I want to be in pit. I'm like, boy, do you think my name is Bill Gates? Like, do you think that I have Bill Gates money for you to be telling me that you want to sit in the pit?
That doesn't make no sense.
How about you, Black? I love that boy so much. He's everything to me. I would do anything for him, literally. So, you know what I did? Bought them pit tickets. Take notes. When we went to the concert, me and him was like talking about how it was gonna be. He was like, what is gonna go on? Like, what if he does this? What if he does this? What if he brings people on stage? Oh, I'm gonna go on the stage, blah, 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 blah. He got to the concert. We stood online. We was in the front. He didn't know that we was gonna be up close. I think I surprised him. If I have the video, I'll put it up here, but he just didn't know that we were that close to the stage. Because I think I didn't tell him that we got pit tickets yet until we got there. So when we were standing online, there were people screaming, and Lil Nas X was actually on the top. Like, he was standing on top of the building, and he was like yelling down and looking down on us. It was like just talking. Lil Nas X is very supportive when it comes to his fans. He always gives his fans what they want. We went into the venue, we bought merch, and then we went to our seats. So there was this lovely boy that was literally telling us like that was his second time going there. Like, that was his second time for the night. He had 2 dates in New York City. We was on date 2. He was like, he went yesterday and it was kind of dry. And Lil Nas X said the same thing. It was me, my boyfriend, and this boy. He was telling us like, yeah, yesterday was night 1. It was kind of dry, but he was able to go on stage, and he don't know if Lil Nas is gonna poop you on stage. So me and my boyfriend was like talking. I told my boyfriend, I told him, if he pulls people on stage, he asks me to go on stage, I'm going up there. And my boyfriend knows me. Dare me to do something, and I bet you I'll do it. He's like, okay, and he was like, I'm gonna get on stage too, I'm gonna get on stage too, I'm gonna get on stage too. So I'm like, man, we both gonna go on stage. So the concert starts. It was the opening act. It was a DJ, and then Lil Nas X came on. My boyfriend was super hyped. He was screaming. He was getting ready to cry. It was like a whole thing. I was in love that he loved his experience. Lil Nas made that so perfect for him. That was his first ever time being to like a real concert and seeing his idol. What I can say is Lil Nas X put on a show. Told the story. It was outfit changing. changes, and he was just so like into his performance. Like you literally got lost. So we got to a segment where he just kept pausing a lot, where he was just talking, and then he played one of his unreleased songs. What is it called? Down South Hoes? Or no, she like want that song. Nah. He started playing Down South Hoes and he was dancing to it. I think I have the video here. I'm gonna put it here. He actually came over and my boyfriend was dancing. Mind you guys, my boyfriend doesn't dance. He don't dance. I tried to get him to dance, he don't dance. But for him, he'll dance. Just, is it crazy? Like, is he cheating on me? I'm playing. Lil Nas X seen him dancing and he came over and was hyping him up. And I just thought that was such a cute interaction because he was screaming. It was so fucking funny. Like, he kept screaming. I was like, oh, okay. Stopped playing the music and then he was talking. He was like, who wanna come up here and shake some ass? Shake ass? Me? I'm in there. He didn't even pick people out the crowd. He was just like, just come on stage. We was in the second row in pit, but we was in front of the stage. I literally leaped over the chair. It was a girl in front of me. I leaped over the chair and then it was a security guard. Them security guards were big. I was literally sitting there and I was tapping one of the dancers' feet on the stage. I was like, oh my God, because the stage was kind of high. So I'm like tapping the dancer's feet while there's two security guards pulling my arm. Those are big security guards. So I'm like, I'm getting on the stage. I literally leap up. Dancers was like, no, it's fine. Just leave him leaving. It's fine. So I got on the stage. So I'm like, yes, I'm celebrating on the stage. I'm recording. I turn around. My boyfriend is still in the crowd. Like, you lost the plot. Like, you supposed to be up here, so I'm a little bit awkward. I'm like, ooh, like, this is from him, but I told him, like, no shade, I was getting on that stage. I paid a coin. I paid a total of like $900, and mind you, I didn't get the refund for two of them. So in total, I spent $900 and some dollars. I was getting on that stage. He was sitting in the crowd, and I get it because he was in distraught. Like, he was starstruck because his idol's in front of him. He's been watching him for years and he's like, oh my God, like, this is actually my opportunity. He missed out on that opportunity and I feel so bad. I wish I could rewind time so that me and him could switch spots because I really wanted him to have that moment, but it gets better. Stick to the end. So I'm sitting there and we basically have to twerk to Down South Hoes. I'm like, okay, I got this. Before we started dancing, he wanted to take a group picture. So before anything, I was in the back. Like, I was in, the way the stage was, there was a lot of people on stage. It was Lil Nas X and then his dancers around him, and then we was able to, like, you know, stand around him. So I have a video right here where I was recording. All right, let's go. And then Lil Nas X just randomly said, like, yeah, I gotta move back, just step back, just step back. He literally stepped back and he was right there next to me. And then we literally locked eyes and we stood next to each other. And I was like, okay. He literally grabbed me and then he put his arm around me. Yeah. Now I'm playing, but he put his arm around me. And then I was recording and then he took a picture with me. Mind you, this is supposed to be our part of the group picture, but he stopped to take a picture with me and then he took a video with me and then we took the group picture. After that, I was like, oh yes. I did that, no shade. But then he started playing Down South Hoes. You know, I was shaking little bones. I ain't having much of a butt back then. Now I do. I got a butt now. But I was, you know, I was shaking. But I just felt so bad because my boyfriend was in the crowd looking at me like, bitch, when you come down here, it's that ass. I want that ass. So I was like, so after that we was done and I went back to my seat in the crowd and my boyfriend was sitting there and I asked him, like, what's wrong? He had an attitude for the rest of the concert. Oh. He didn't want to hold my hand, and after the show was over, we were still in the venue and he wanted to see if Lil Nas X was gonna come out to see if he could take a picture with him, to see if he could say something to him, and he didn't want him coming out, so my boyfriend was mad. Once we got outside, my boyfriend literally pulled me and said, I am not leaving until I get a picture with Lil Nas X, and he was dead serious.
Oh, you sound like you slow.
The concert was over until at 11. We did not wind up leaving that concert, like that place, until like 1:30 in the morning. He was dedicated. So I was looking around and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna use my boyfriend powers to sit here and try to figure something out. I found out that he's going to come around the other side of the building. So I told him, I'm like, babe, we're gonna go to the other side because this is where they're saying that he's gonna be. Mind you, we waited there. The security guards were being so rude. They were being so nasty. And I really, really hated that because it's like, Buki, I get you're doing your job, but we're literally following your rules. We're not doing anything. They just kept trying to push people away. Long story short, Lil Nas comes out. He comes in all black. He sang hello to everybody. And he's super nice to his fans. He took a picture with every single person that was waiting outside. So when he got to my boyfriend, he literally put his arm around him and they took a picture and he literally waited into the flash and everything. Like, he was super, super supportive and super nice to all his fans, and I really, really appreciate that. And that made my night, honestly, because I'm like, I know he probably like, oh my god, you literally got to meet this nigga and you know that's my idol. So I know he kind of felt some type of resentment towards me. So I'm really happy that he was able to meet him that night too, because I would have been dead. I would not be here to make this video, okay? But yeah, that is the end of my story time. That is how Lil Nas X put his arm around me. But yeah, I really hope you guys like that story time. I think I'm gonna do a lot of story times. I have a lot to talk about. Let me know if you guys want more of these in the comments. If you made it to the end of the video, I love you. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you leave a like. Make sure you leave a comment down below. And make sure you always click that notification bell so you can know when I upload. I love you guys. Bye.